Am I the asshole for not selling this guy back his dead dad's car? So I bought a car on Craigslist from this lady who said it was her dead husband's. This particular car is one I have wanted for a very long time, but I hadn't ever been able to find one in my price range before. It needed work and a lot of stuff replaced, but I was able to get off my ass finally and fix it up on my own. That's what really makes me love the thing. It got me out of my funk and actually got me interested in being alive again. Yesterday I got a voicemail from a guy saying he thinks I bought his dad's old car. He said his stepmother had just sold off all his dad's things without telling him. He also told me some other details which make me think he isn't lying. He wants to buy the car back from me because he doesn't have much left of his dad's. I get he probably has a lot of sentimental feelings about the car, but I don't want to sell the car. I know this sounds really stupid, but it feels like I'd kind of be losing a friend and something that's keeping me standing upright. Nah, except the stepmom. You have as valid a connection to the car as he does after having rebuilt it. No assholes here. Look my dude, you bought the car so yes it's yours but I think you should sell it to him. I get that you have good feelings for this car but take a second to think how much emotion is tied into this car for that guy. It was his dad's, that's probably years of memories and emotions tied into it. You have a chance to do something really meaningful for this guy. You don't need to give him a discount or anything but I would really encourage you to sell it to him. This is the only car that he has this connection to because his dad is dead now. You have a chance to be able to build a new connection with a new car with the money you'd get from the sale. I think you have these feeling for the car not because of the car itself but because of the work you put into it, right? So you can build that connection again with a new car. This guy can't do that. Nah. She owned the car. She had the right to sell it. Fine for the son to ask to buy it, fine for you to say no. Nah. I get where both of you are coming from. Could you talk to him and maybe he can help find another car to fix up? That way you get to go through the process again. I don't think you would be an asshole for not selling the car. I think it would be a nice thing to do but you don't have to. On a side note, no matter what you choose to do, I hope you manage to avoid slipping back into depression. You clearly are a talented and hard-working person and this car proved it, whether you keep it or not. Edit, I've read other comments and I would like to amend my answer to clarify that the stepmom was an asshole. Nah. Except the stepmom. Pretty inconsiderate of her to go and do that. The car brought you back to life, so to speak, so now it holds sentimental value to you as well. Poor kid, though. He's clearly hurting and wants a way to remember his dad. I have no advice here, but please think over it and do what you feel is right. No judgment here but if he offers to pay for the parts and your labor I wish you'd sell it back to him. He must be desperate for any connection to someone he loved. It would mean so much to him. Nah. I can understand both reasons. Nah. How much work have you put into the thing? Are you going to be taking it to car shows or is it just for driving around? I ask because maybe if you were going to show it, the guy would be satisfied with you letting him know when and where so he can go see it. Or maybe there is a hood ornament or some part that he can replace in exchange for the original from his dad's car. If the guy just wants it to have something of his dad's there's a good chance he will just let it sit and rot in his garage, and there is no use in that. No assholes here, I see both sides here. Step-mom is the asshole. But it's the guy's dad. If he is willing to pay the price of parts and your labor that you put in then you should sell it. I understand you love this car but won't you feel kinda guilty driving around in the only thing this guy has left of his dad? No assholes here, personally I'd sell the car back. It's literally the car that connects him to his dad. Unfair that this was sprung on you but you could find another car of the same model. No assholes here but if he offers to pay back for the parts, I'd consider selling. You can still feel proud of your accomplishment. Nah. You don't have to give him a discount, and you can include the parts you bought and labor you did in the price. If he's willing to pay then I'd say sell it and be kind, use the money towards a better car. Not the asshole. I can understand the sentiment and I feel for the guy but you had no idea. And only after fixing it up does he find the time to reach out and want it back. You can't be the asshole. There was no ill intent when purchasing the car. No assholes here, but if you could find it in your heart to sell it back for the price of the parts and your work, I bet you would make that man's life so much better and probably feel better as well knowing you did something good. Maybe you could find another car around the same price range later. In any case you're not the bad person here. Nah. Out of curiosity, is he offering you a reasonable price given how much time you've put into repairing it? Nah, but I'd personally sell the car back to the son. Info, how long have you had it? Edited to nah. Nah, minus the stepmom. He's not an asshole for asking and I get why he wants it. You wouldn't be an asshole for refusing, though it would be a nice thing to sell it. Tough situation. Nah. It's your car, you bought it legally, I assume. Quite frankly, how he feels about the car has nothing to do with you. You want to sell it to him? Great. You want to keep it? You're still not an aw. I get that he feels sentimental about the car being his dad's and all that, but what can you do? The stepmom is slightly an a. She should have at least given the guy a chance to buy it, which makes me feel like there's more to the sale than just her wanting to liquidate her late husband's belongings. Not the asshole. You bought the car and it's something you have been searching for quite a while. You also fixed it up, so it's rightfully yours. Sentiment aside, if he is going to buy the car back, you add extra for all the parts you bought to fix the car. Not the asshole, but I really think you should sell it back to him, as long as he's able to prove that it belonged to his dad. Not the asshole. It's unfortunate for the son, but if you have worked hard on the car and it is now sentimental to you, he's out of luck. He'll have to track down other items like watches etc. NTA, it's just a shitty situation. Maybe try and meet the guy in person or call him to talk about it. No assholes here. There's not really a good answer to this. No matter what you do, it's tough. Best case scenario, become best friends with the guy so you can both ride in the car. Nah. He's no asshole if he's just inquiring and offers a fair price. Can't hurt to try. You're not the asshole if you say it's not for sale. It's okay for him to ask, and it's okay for you to say no. Nah. Nah, you bought the car so it's yours. But I do feel bad for him, especially since he probably wouldn't have let the car go if he knew about his stepmother's intentions. How much are you attached to the car? Like, is there a possibility that you could buy another car, or does it has to be this one? You obviously don't have to resell it to him, but I hope you can work something out. Maybe there are memories he has with it. IDK, maybe he spent a lot of time with his dad in the car or something, so I think it would be the right thing to let him buy it, but again, it's your choice and no matter how you decide you still won't be in awe. Nah. You bought it fair and square, so you don't have to sell if you don't want to. However, you can fix up another car so that you can find more motivation and turn it into a hobby. This guy has a connection to his dad through it. I'd sell it, but that's just me. No assholes here, and I say that as a kid who lost the car that my dad had. His girlfriend sold most of the stuff before the funeral even happened. I do hope that if I ever do find the car, the owner would be sympathetic to me and sell it, although in the back of my head I know they probably won't. Nah. You'll have to go with your gut on this one. The car has sentimental value for him and probably shouldn't have been sold. However, that's not on you. After you worked on it and it helped you with your depression, it has sentimental value for you, too. If I had something that helped with my depression, I would hold on to it, too. Maybe toss a coin. Not necessarily to do what the coin says. But being confronted with a choice helps you determine how you feel about that. However you decide, wish you all the best. I'm going to say not the asshole, but honestly, it's a tricky thing all around. I can't say I'd keep the car like you're leaning. Losing someone is hard enough, having their things sold from under you makes it all harder, but I suppose you're not wrong to. Nah. I understand why you want to keep the car. I understand why the other guy wants it back. There's not a good solution to this. Either you end up disappointed or he does. But think outside the box. One solution I can think of that might make you both moderately happy. Tell him that if he can find another car the same make and model, in roughly the same shape, you will be happy to trade. With maybe a little extra one way or the other if the value is there. Or, if you enjoy the fixing up part, ask him to find you another fixer-upper that you can swap. With maybe some extra thrown in for parts and supplies. The thing is, I think if you both have to put in some work and both have to bend a little bit, you can meet somewhere in the middle. If it works out, you'd probably have a new friend. If it doesn't, at least you don't feel like an asshole for keeping the car. If he isn't lying, nah. I understand both perspectives, but it sounds like you need this more. Don't feel obligated to sell it back. Life sometimes asks us to do something for someone that at the time we don't want to do, or feels as if it's too difficult, or is not what we want to do. You know his heart is broken. You know he is hurting. This car is something you can provide to him and help him heal. Maybe you can form a friendship. Maybe you can agree that this car is important to you, and ask for his help in finding you a replacement. All I'm saying, is if you do this good thing for someone else, the universe will pay you back somehow. Please consider selling it to him, and in turn helping yourself knowing that you've helped mend a broken heart. Nah. If you decide to do anything, even just saying, if I decide to sell if someday, I will call to let you know, you have gone above and beyond. Nah. You can sell it to him for the original price plus the cost of what you did to fix it up. That would be a very nice thing to do. No assholes here, neither of you are being unreasonable. Nah. Nah. Maybe offer to swap it down the line if he can find another of the same car in a similar condition. Not the asshole. It's not your responsibility if the seller doesn't have good communication with various family members. Just tell the guy it's not for sale, or don't even return the call. You are the asshole. But lightly. You are the asshole that's similar to buying someone's ashes. It's the last remains of his father he may end up getting. You could sell it back to him and get another car, but he can't get another of his dad's car. You are the asshole. Find another one, it's just a car.